everybody. A warm
Ow,
welcome to the
ow.
NFT show. Cade, my man, another Friday.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Super pumped to get into it. Super pumped to get into it, actually. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling. I just filmed the video. It took forever. I thought it was gonna be shorter, but I forgot how long their white paper was, and so long little review there. But it was good. I feel good. It was a project based on like the metaverse and building social identity, very Web 5-esque, trying to build like an entire thing, entire world on its own. So that was actually pretty interesting. I feel like my research brain is like on right now, like my analytical mind, because I was kind of going through it and giving my thoughts on it. So I'm fired up, bro. I'm fired up.
100%. So, guys, anyone who doesn't yet know, Cade is our resident Freestyle Friday guy. If you haven't followed Cade already, please do on his YouTube over here. All his links are in the description. He posts a lot of great content on Twitter as well. So I recommend following him for sure. A reminder that nothing that we say is financial advice. We're not financial advisors. And as always, you should do your own research. Let's jump into it, Cade. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. Let's get it.
All right. So yesterday we had, and it's hilarious to think that we're celebrating a $19 million day, but that is what we are doing because I'm just looking when the last time we had a $19 million day
Yeah.
was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
Wow.
ago on the 21st of June, we had a 20 million day. So you got to celebrate the small victories in a bear market.
Yeah.
And yeah, 20 million day is good. And then something that I started doing with you last week, if we have a look here at X2Y2, they did about 1.5 million in the last 24 hours as well. And I would
Nice.
imagine looks rare the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the good news is that we've got ETH at 1,233. We've had a really nice
Whoa.
pump in the last 2 days. We had a
We're
good
going to the
pump.
moon. We're going to
We're
the
not going
moon.
to, we're not going to the moon. In 6 months to a year, we're going to the
Oh God.
moon. This is a bit of a jump, and yeah, I mean it's good to have. Remember, yeah, I mean I'm not short-term trading at the moment on crypto. I'm not skilled enough to do so. If I
Hmm.
was, I might be looking to sell if I'd bought in at about 1,000. But for
Yeah.
me, I don't know how to time it properly. So,
Nah.
unless we get a two over here, I'm holding on to my ETH, putting it into some good NFTs and waiting it out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, right now, like the short term trading that you could get, it just isn't even worth. It's not even like, I mean, unless you're rolling with like a lot of money, trading with like like $500, selling at 1,200 when you bought it at 1,000. It's not even worth the mental energy that it takes to be able to time those kind of things. And
Look,
for
if
me,
you
that's
know
just
how
not
to
it.
do it, if these guys who know how to do it, they do well. They know the charts, they know when it's going to go up, they short, they
Yeah.
long, they in and out in 20 minutes and they 2x, you know. It's like us buying a NFT at point one and the next 15 minutes later we sell it at point two. So there's
Mm.
opportunity, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. It's tough, dude. It's a hard game. It's a really really hard game.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if you learn it, and I've been watching a bit. I've been watching, and the W shape and the this and the resistance, and if it goes there. So look, I mean, but it's not something I'm getting involved in at this point. But there's definitely opportunity there for sure. There is, if you know what you're doing, and obviously
Yeah.
risk
Yeah. I
as
agree.
well. Then if
Yeah.
we
No.
have a
No
look at the
problem.
Nasdaq, pretty much a mixed bag. Nothing is too red, nothing is too green. Remember, you get different shades of red and green depending on how much it's up and down. Overall, if we look at the technology, like the Nasdaq seems to be overall down slightly. Nothing too major, good or bad. So that's what we're seeing on those markets over there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
If we
Sorry,
check
I'm
in,
putting this in Discord just so people are aware that I'm live. That's why I'm on my phone right now.
yeah, cool, man, cool, cool. Let's have a look here. Ace, man, Ziggy. That's exactly why, bro. And you know what? You must teach me. You got to teach me crypto. Got to teach me how to trade. Maybe that's what we do together. So
Well,
nice
dude,
to
did I
have
tell
you.
you? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's good to see him. From last year, I what's his name? It's a YouTuber. I think I may have brought him up on the show before. It's a YouTuber called Fuck me, I don't remember his name. This sucks because I used his service for a while, and he was actually really, really on point. There's a couple of YouTubers out there that are legit, and you're gonna have to comb through and find them. But there are some YouTubers out there who are legit, who do these kind of day trading style things. They're very risk off. Like, if they're up 10%,
Yeah,
they're gonna take profits, kind of thing. Like very small day trading stuff. And
yeah,
dude, their shit was like very on point. There definitely are people who get the game. You're right about that.
for sure. So Ziggy, who's here, he's ace in my Discord, and he helps me with the crypto side. So he does a daily crypto analysis. Really nice
Nice.
guy. Just approached me and said, "How can I help?" And I love that. And
Hell yeah.
definitely as we grow, I'll remember guys like that. And we always say, Kate, that if you want to get into the NFT space, and really the best thing to do is just provide value.
Yep.
Go into Discords, be that guy that greets everyone, that provides value. And yeah, Ziggy's definitely done that for me. So nice to have him on the show. I haven't seen him catch one of our lives before, so that's cool.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
All right, last 24 hours. OpenSea, we've got the possessed at 0.3. We've got official Wagme Army, which I've got no idea what that is. Cade, have you heard
I
of
have
that?
not heard of that. I have not heard of that project. What the fuck?
It looks like MF is a bit. I'm going to
I
open
was
it
gonna
here.
say it
We'll
looks
have a quick.
exactly like MFers.
Yeah. And they've got a blue tick. I've never heard of these guys in my life. When did these guys launch? A day ago. And they've got their blue tick already. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
bro. Philip, you got to check out
What
their activity here, bro.
almost 1,000
This
ETH
might be
in
the
volume.
move. This might be the move. Oh God.
Look, I mean, I think the move was when it was 0.02, but look,
Yeah.
there's definitely a place for memes. The
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
tick in one day is very, very impressive. 0% royalties is very, very impressive and really good
Mm,
because it promotes trading. And look, 1,000 ETH in one day in this market is really good.
yeah. Yeah. It is. I mean, with 0% royalties, I don't know how they're going to continue that project, but
No, I've got no
it's
idea.
good for trading, I
and
guess.
and it
Okay.
was a
Yeah.
free check, yeah, and it was a free mint,
So they're making no money off this. That's so interesting.
making no money.
Yeah. That's I don't know about that. I don't know how that's going to work.
67. Look, there's definitely merit in creating a community and monetizing it at a later stage. So, like for
Mm,
example, just for an example, like you could do it, and if it does well, then you end up doing cars for these stick cars for the stick men that cost 0.0 whatever, or I don't know. So there's merit in it, but it's interesting. I haven't seen. Have you seen that before? I haven't seen that before.
I don't know. Is there a way to see who's behind the project?
Not really. There's
I'm going to
nothing
assume
here. Let's
nobody.
go
Yeah.
on the website. But zero mint fee and zero royalties. I mean, this is a decent website for a free mint. When Lambo, they've got a Discord. That's bullish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for free mints. Interesting. Definitely one that I want to keep on my radar for sure.
I will not be. So I'll be keeping tabs with what you tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna look more into it. I'll join the Discord and have a look at
Uh,
it. I think that's cool. It's interesting.
yeah.
And
I'm
then we've
crazy.
got
It's crazy that possessed is under 0.3. I predicted 0.4, 0.45 in my video post reveal, but it's gone down a little bit more than I thought. Especially with what ETH is worth right now. That's a cheap price that I mean, I don't know. Possessed was so hyped up that I just figured it would be expensive, but 0.27 is like not a lot of money in this market.
what was mint 0.3.
Oh shit, they are below mint right now. Wow.
But when did they reveal? Because always straight after
Yesterday.
reveal. Okay,
Yesterday.
so they've had time to consolidate.
Yeah.
Look, I was impressed with this project. I did a pre-mint review. Wow, 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 wow! Look at that dip. It was as
I
high
mean,
as
look,
point.
I told Devin. I remember he was telling me he's been in that community for a long, long time. He was able to mint one, and he was telling me, yeah, he's like the community is just different here. And I was like, look, I know you think that, but no, it's not. I promise you, no, it's not. And he was like, no, like like it is. I was like, no, it's not. There's no project right now. The only reason it's so hyped up is because people want the asset. They want that NFT, and for 75% of them, they just want it to flip. They don't care. Like even if the community's dope, they're still gonna flip it.
Yeah.
And it's just you're not gonna be able to avoid that. Like maybe later the brand is built after the project's been out for a bit, and then maybe we'll see the community shine. But in the beginning, dude, it's gonna be a bloodbath no matter what the project is because everyone's trying to reverse
Especially,
engineer and trade.
Yeah, especially now with such risk in general in the market, in crypto, in the world. Like I
Yeah.
know me personally, I'm no longer at this particular point of time interested in staying in a in a new community of a new project. I'm
It's
really,
hard.
really
It's got to
not.
be very special, you know?
I'll only mint something if I can flip it for 1.5, 2x immediately. And I've got my eye on the prize, still getting my blue chip NFTs. That's all I'm interested in. And I'm selling at a loss anything else that is I don't think is going to be a blue chip, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough, dude. It's really hard right now because we just don't. I mean, we could just keep going down and down and down and down and down. We just really don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be a bottom. I mean, if you had told us when we were doing like 200 million on OpenSea a day, if you had told us that we would have weeks and weeks of under 20 million, actually closer to 10 million, you'd say you're mad. I mean, we were doing
Hmm.
in one day what we're doing in a month at the moment. So I don't know how much lower we can go, you know.
I saw
Um,
someone talked about this. I think it's J.P. Morgan's person. They were saying something along the lines of we're near the bottom, and I was like, "Whoa, what?" I don't know about
yeah.
that, but we could be near like a local bottom where we have a little bit of relief, which is what we're seeing in crypto, I guess, a little bit. But who knows, man? I'm not sure. I mean, we saw a little bit of an uptick after NFT NYC, but that was only for like a specific few projects, you know.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. On the NFT side, I think there's still space to go lower. And on crypto, I think there's still space to go lower just because of the macro that's still not great at the
I
moment.
agree. Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but but it's hard to know. I mean, NFTs in ETH value, if you don't convert it back to USD at all, forget USD, have actually held up pretty well considering.
True.
Obviously, when you convert it back to USD, they are dismal, like dismal.
Hmm.
You know, but yeah. So Board Ape Yacht Club gone from 90 to 95 in the last couple of days. There was someone who was sweeping mutants at Board Apes yesterday. I don't know if
Whoa.
that's got to do with the other side demo, which we're actually going to cover today together, Cade.
Hell
One of
yeah.
our news stories. Again, art blocks. We're seeing these art projects really doing well, and critters by X copy, nouns. Well, nouns is more of an alpha pass, right? But we are
Hmm.
seeing these art projects doing really well. Other deed holding nicely after that demo, slightly increased floor price, even with the 100,000 supply. Killer Bears, I saw Seth Green bought one, and their floor price really, really pumped as a result. I haven't heard of
Dude,
this project. Have you?
that project has
Yeah.
hit me up in email probably 200 times. It's probably not them. It's probably a scam, but I keep getting people saying at least that they're killer bears looking for a review video. And every time I respond, they just never respond back. So I didn't even know this is a real project.
Check this out, bro, because
Wow.
this is okay. Well, it says 3 months old. That's why the
Oh,
value's there. Let's just have a look here. And I've been around, and I haven't. Yeah, it's been around for 3 months. Three
wow.
months. I've never heard of this project ever.
Neither have I. I've only seen them in the email. I didn't even know they were real.
But look at these sales: 2.5 ETH, 3 ETH. So people are sniping above floor. Um,
Who
interesting,
who
bro.
bought
There's
it?
like
Who bought in?
Seth Green, the actor.
Yeah, why the fuck are people following Seth Green?
Oh, he's big in the space. Hey, he buys a lot of stuff. He actually bought my old mutant.
Well, no, I know that, but is he like a thought leader behind alpha calls and stuff? Like,
I don't know, but it caused. I mean, look at this. There's been a. If you go and just
jeez.
summarize this, look at the sales.
Yeah, yeah.
There's definitely in the last 2 days, and that's what happened in the last 2 days.
Damn, bro.
Um,
Seth Green sold on the pump.
no, he bought. He bought and caused
Nah,
the
dude, he
pump.
definitely flipped it. He definitely flipped it though.
You think?
I bet, dude. Wait, is there a way to see? Can we see if he flipped it? If he bought it, caused some panic and some FOMO, and then sold right after?
I don't think he does that, but yes, we can. He's Seth Green on. That's easy to find him. Hold on.
I was gonna say you probably know it exactly after monitoring his
Yeah.
ape for so long.
Well, my ape, and then the ape got
Yeah,
stolen
it got
from him.
stolen. So
Yeah.
fucked. All right, let's see what he did.
Um,
See if this man's a scum. Oh, he bought a
so
feline
there,
fiend. Oh shit.
look, he
Okay.
bought a lot. He's bought a
Wait, hold
CloneX.
on. He's transferring them. Is he transfer them to? Why are these all transfers?
Hold on, don't know. Let's check.
Airdrops and
Airdrop of that
transfers.
transfer
Looking kind of
minted.
sketch.
No, well now he's probably got his hardware wallet because of last time. But
Oh,
let's
that's
just have a
true.
look.
That's true. That's crazy. He
Um,
hasn't bought any. Yeah, that must be his ledger then. The Seth
so
Green
so
account.
then this must be his ledger now that he's moved it to.
Yeah.
So let's go to this account over here that he's moved it from, and see. Yeah, this must be his trading, his hot wallet.
Mm.
Um, let's have a look here. Okay, so he bought a Goblin Town at 3.3, Feline Fiends at 0.125. Got a Genesis box, so he's got a doodle somewhere. I want to see this Killer Bears. Okay, this is transfer. Yeah, check at that. He bought this Killer Bear at 37.5 Ethereum.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Why? 37.
I don't, it must be rare, but I mean,
Wow.
and he bought another one at 10.
Jeez, okay.
So he didn't just buy; he swept the floor,
Yeah.
bro. Look at all these transactions. So he bought a
Whoa.
whole lot of floor ones.
Bro, that sounds sketchy. That sounds like a fucking brand deal.
I don't know. I
What?
mean,
Why would he randomly buy a shit ton of killer bears and then drop 40 ETH on a rare one? That sounds like some bullshit to me. That sounds like some under the
unless he's got
table.
some alpha, I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible. I've just never heard of this project. Like it's not like
I've
he's
also
riding on the
never,
name, you know? So that's very weird to me.
I've never heard
But
of the project either.
yeah,
Interesting stuff.
interesting.
Um, all right, then I've got some breaking news for you. Big news in the NFT space. Are you ready,
Okay.
Cade?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this really lovely, well-respected NFT influencer,
Oh,
Cade Bergman, celebrated his 24th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday,
let's fucking go.
Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you,
I
man. Thank
wish
you. I
I
appreciate it.
wanted to do a montage video, but I don't do editing. So Bianca put this together for you. We do the thumbnails. And just to wish you a happy birthday. I
Thank you,
wish
man.
you many more beautiful years of happiness, because I can see how happy you are and how fulfilled you are, and just many more years of that to come for you, my brother.
I fucking I love you, bro. Thank you so much for
Okay,
that.
and
And
I'm going
I'm
to send you this
honestly,
picture
yeah, I was about
afterwards.
to
I'm
ask you,
sending
can
it.
you send me that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is on my desk. Yeah, it's on my thing. I will
Legend.
100% send it to you for sure. Happy birthday, my bro.
Thank you, bro. I'm so excited. Yeah, someone had asked me. I think my grandma had actually asked me. She's like, "Did you do anything different?" And I was like, "You don't get it. Like this is what I do. Like this is my favorite thing to do. So like nothing really changed that much, other than me buying a fucking $20 Chipotle burrito and bowl and a $6 latte. Nothing much changed. Like I still streamed, I still edited, I still filmed video. Like that's like my hobby. Like that's just what I like to
Yeah,
do. So I'm very happy to be in the place I'm at right now. I'm very grateful.
that's good. And you're also growing up, you know. I mean, unless my birthday falls on a weekend, it's a normal day. It's
Yeah.
actually it's a shitter day because everyone phones you, all your family and
Yeah, dude.
whatever.
Oh
So
my God.
you're already busy, and then you have to take all these phone calls and whatever.
Yep.
The nice
Yep.
thing about now is that my kids get so excited for like my birthday,
Nice.
that they actually really make it nice no matter what. So even if I'm at
That's
work, then I
awesome.
come home and they just get so excited. So I mean that
That's
makes it
awesome.
all worth it.
What do you guys do? You
But yeah,
guys go out to eat or something, or like do you guys do anything that would get them
yeah,
excited particularly?
yeah. So like always on the weekend we go like somewhere. So we'll either go take their bikes to a park, or we'll go to a restaurant, or like, and when I say a restaurant, I mean like with a huge kids play area where they go and like, bounce on the trampolines and jump and
They got
whatever.
those still? Where do they got those? Like I only
Yeah.
one I know is like McDonald's or something.
No. So there's like, you'll see, there's a whole world that you don't see until you have kids. The first thing that you notice as you pregnant is you go shopping for prams, and you realize a whole world of prams that you never knew existed before. So just like cars on the road, when you get your license, you start to know, okay, look, there's Mercs, there's this.
Yeah.
Same with prams. You get the Ferrari of prams. You get the middle. You get the and once you go into that world, you start like going out and you see someone, and you're like, just look at that pram, because you start to know, and that's how it starts. Another part of it when they get to a bit older is you learn all the restaurants that have like kids play areas, and there's a lot, and there's some with like
Yeah.
there's some that have got like putt courses for them, all with you sitting sort of raised in the restaurant, and you can sort of see them. And they've got like a little train thing that goes around with them, and a
Yeah.
big ball that they jump on, and jungle gyms. And so there's probably about a dozen that we sort of flip between.
Very
Um,
cool. Very cool.
and then being in South Africa, also there's like about an hour out of Joburg. There's an awesome place where you can, in your own car, drive around, and it's big, and you see like game in the wilds. So you'll see like lions and whatever. So we do that every so often. Yeah, stuff like that, just to keep them excited.
Very cool, dude. That's very cool. It's
Yeah,
an
and
interesting little look
during
into the parenthood.
yeah, during the week they're busy. I mean, they're at school, and then they've got a lot of homework, and we're quite strict on routine as far as like when they go to bed, because otherwise they get overtired and they get upset and whatever. So we've got a good routine, but on the weekend we do nice things together,
But very cool.
for shizzle. All right, let's get into some interesting news over here. So we had the other side. I just want to put this lower. So we had Otherside testing. This was yesterday. This was what they called a stress test. There's going to be another stress test tomorrow, and then there's going to be a tech demo on the 16th of July.
Yep.
So this was, I don't know if you watched this, but this was incredible. There were 2,500 people inside this metaverse, plus or minus. There were no glitches. I mean, you can see how clear it is and everything like that. Obviously, they don't yet have the assets in place. Like, it's just, there's no buildings, there's no graphics, and that will probably be the next level. But I mean, from what I watched, and I watched quite a lot of it, it was quite impressive. It really, really was.
I saw a little bit of it. I think from mainly it was just to see if 2,500 people can be on at once without everything crashing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I mean, from that standpoint, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, they've got so many millions of dollars that I expect nothing less. Like this should work. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're showing these, because my biggest criticism of the Board Ape Yacht Club is the fact that I think they unnecessarily drop things out of nowhere, when I think it's better to do this, like clue them in on where you're at and show people what's going on. I think that's way better to build a brand that way. And yeah. So I'm glad they're doing this. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. It's important to remember that the company that's behind this, Improbable, has done a metaverse like this before, almost identical, where you had the speaker huge, like you can see him over there, and so this is nothing absolutely new. I've personally never seen a metaverse with 2,500 people in it at the same time. Um, I really haven't, and they had voice as well, which was quite incredible. Like, the closer you are to the person next to you, the
Yeah, you can
clearer
hear
they
them.
are, but you can also hear people quite a lot around you. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think all things considered, it went really, really well, and it's nice to
Yeah.
see something coming out of them. Um, and yeah, it made me quite excited, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. You got that Bored Ape too, man. You're really loving life right now. You still have that mutant, or do you have any mutants right now, or do you just hold the Bored Ape?
Just the board ape. I sold
Just
I
the board.
sold the mutant with the intention of getting into the board, getting a board ape when
Yeah.
I can. I also
Nice.
I don't want to. I must be honest. Like, I don't want to have too much exposure to any one project. So just remember, with Board Ape Yacht Club, I've got a board ape. I've got a kennel club, which I still hold because they've said that they're going to be doing something with that soon. I've got a Meebit for the same reason. I would also like to sell my Meebit and work my way up to a crypto punk at some stage. I know that's
It's gonna be
quite
crazy.
a goal, yeah, but whatever. But and I have other side land. I've got one Board Ape land. So I actually had a mutant land. I sold that and I bought a Board Ape land with an artifact on it, no coda or anything, because the
Oh,
coda ones are about 30 ETH. But one without a coda is like 7. And I got 4 for my mutant land, and then I put in extra and got the Board Ape land after this demo, actually, because
nice.
I saw this and I thought, you know what, I like that they're, as you said, including the community. Um, and I also like the fact that, including the community in the development of it. And
Mm,
I also like the fact that it went so seamlessly.
yeah.
And you can see the market did respond. There were more sales than usual on Board Ape after this demo, but there was a lot more sales on Mutants. There was like 50 sales afterwards. Just want to find the day here so I can show you. A day ago. Yeah, that's a lot more sales than usual. And
Wait, are you
maybe
sharing your
2 weeks.
screen with us, or are you just
Oh,
pointing up on
I'm
your
not
screen?
sharing my screen. That would
Oh,
help.
there he
Hey,
is.
thanks, Cade. So yeah, if you have a look here, this is all from when they did this demo, right? So I'll scroll up, or stress test is the correct wording.
Right, right.
So that's a good amount of sales for a 20 ETH NFT.
People got
Um,
money, I guess, bro. I guess people got money.
I think it just made people a bit more bullish on what they're doing, and the fact that it could withstand, as you said, that amount of people in there.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
then we had a pump on Moonbirds, bro. I don't know if you saw that.
Did not. What happened?
Well, basically, it got leaked out that they trademarked the name Ravens, right?
Really?
So yeah, literally, like someone from the trademark office leaked out that they trademarked the word
Bro, why are
Moonbird
things getting
Ravens.
leaked every other time? How are things being leaked like this? Like, why are people not getting fired? How do you leak something that's this big?
Yeah, so the truth is, there's one of two scenarios. Either it was intentionally leaked, or the more
That's
probable
what I
thing
tend
is
to
that
believe.
when you register a trademark, that's available for anyone to view. That's on the
Mm,
public record. So there are people who just keep an eye on that to see if
yeah.
there's anything notable. Um, so this happened, bro, and the floor went from 22 Ethereum to 35 Ethereum. Okay, that was
Because they
3 days ago.
trademarked the name Raven?
Yeah, because obviously everyone's now expecting the next drop to be Moonbird Ravens or whatever. So it's now come
Hmm.
back down. Mine was freaking nested. I saw the pump happening. I unnested mine. So I lost 45 days of nesting,
Oh.
okay, to sell it at 35, 40 ETH.
Oh,
And
you sold it.
no, there
Oh.
was a 1 hour delay between when I unnested it and being able to list it on OpenSea. So I listed it on LooksRare and it said this item cannot be sold on OpenSea. And that only came away after an hour when the pump had fucking finished.
Oh
So I
my
was
God.
really, really upset because I was there and I was watching it. And the biggest sale, as I was listing, just before I listed, was 40 ETH. Zeneca bought the absolute freaking top. I'll show it to
Damn.
you. He bought the absolute top. Yeah, this here, when I saw it at 30, these 35s, I unlisted mine when I saw these 35s over here. I unnested it. Unnested it. I tried to list it, I couldn't. And they're 33, 38, 35, Zeneca at 40. Okay. And then that was the high sell. Then it started going, okay, someone bought a very rare one at 55, and then it just started going down, 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 down.
Oh
So
no.
now mine is unnested. I've lost those 45 days. And now I'm sort of committed to selling it when it gets back to 35 because I've lost the nesting. And
Are you gonna
I
wait?
want, yeah, it will pump again. Definitely. I don't mind waiting a month for 10 Ethereum
How much?
extra.
What does the nesting do again? Tell me. Remind me what the nesting is for.
Okay, so basically, if you nest it after 60 days of being nested, it goes from a bronze nest to a silver nest. And when you upgrade to a silver nest, it unlocks benefits that they haven't yet revealed.
Hmm.
Also, once it gets to a silver nest, even if you unnest it, you don't lose the silver nest. However, if you
Oh,
unlist it before it achieves the silver nest, you lose that. So, and you
fuck.
have to start again your 60 days. So I need to make sure I sell it. I need to sell it before the 60-day nesting is up for the earliest guys, because one, I know for sure once they get their silver nest, they might then start listing because they've achieved the silver nest and they can sell it on OpenSea with the silver nest, right? Knowing that it's silver nested. Whereas now, if they, as they list it, they lose that nesting immediately and start again.
Wow. How
Yeah.
much does that impact the floor? Like, does it actually matter? Like, for example, my biopill is unclaimed. but no one knows who's unclaimed and claimed. You have to literally manually look up the IDs to know, and it's the most fucking bizarre. Like, I don't know why they haven't fixed that. It's really annoying because I have a biopill that's one of the best and it's unclaimed, and I should be able to sell it for 2 or 3x the floor. But nobody knows it's unclaimed. So like they're like, why would I pay 0.9 ETH? I'm like, because it's fucking unclaimed. Like, what do you mean? And it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
So biopills should make an extra attribute saying claimed, unclaimed on OpenSea.
Exactly. I don't get it, bro. It's so simple. I think it's simple.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
No, it's pretty simple, I think. So, but Moonbirds hasn't yet had anyone achieve the silver nesting, so we don't know how
Oh,
they're going to do it. But I would imagine that they will have an attribute saying silver nest. I mean, I
yeah.
can't imagine. I can't imagine not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And all right, let's share the screen here again. Just to remind everyone, Freestyle Friday, we let our hair down. You guys, please feel free to ask us anything and chat in the chat.
Oh, I was going to add to this real quick before we move on,
Mm,
Philip. For the thumbnail and the title, I think we switch it up and to go to specifics. Like for example, like with tea time, it's called tea time every time, like at the end of the title. But I always
mm,
make sure to like highlight like a couple of the main topics. Like for example, like our title, instead of doing NFT show, like unless they know
mm,
my face and your face, they're probably not going to click the video. Like we're like
mm.
for what we're doing, we need to get click through rate and then have them be like, oh, these guys are both dope as fuck. I'll just stay. So I think definitely we
Mm.
can add, like, especially for the thumbnail, add in like a whatever, like a moonbird or like whatever one of the top
Yeah,
stories were,
and
kind of
other
like with
D
tea time.
demo. So
Yeah.
so I have done that once or twice. The reason that I didn't do it yet on this one, so often I'll go back afterwards and rename it, is because I
Okay.
actually think I will make a separate video out of this one for the other side, like a three
Make
minute,
both,
four
bro.
minute clip.
Make both.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
just say like other side or other deeds mint and then comma
yeah.
fucking whatever big story.
Whatever the
Do like
news
two or
is, yeah,
three. Yeah, and then
Moonbird
just say the
leak
NFT show. Yep.
for
Yep.
sure. For sure. And then I don't know if you saw this, my bro, World of Woman. They
Did, dude, I
dropped
did.
capacitors. So this is interesting to me because the last thing I feel that World of Woman need is more NFTs in their ecosystem, right?
They're going after the Board Ape Yacht Club ecosystem. I fully believe that. I believe that for 6 months now, and they are following
Yeah,
it, dude. This is like their kennel club, sort of, maybe.
yeah. But the problem is that the World of Woman Galaxy drop didn't go well. So it wasn't received well by the community.
No,
There was a lot of there was a lot of FUD in the Discord for the images looking so similar to the World of Woman Genesis images. So literally, if you see someone on Twitter and they've got a World of Woman Galaxy, you won't know that that's not a
I
World of
agree.
Woman, and
I agree.
that upset the OGs who had spent 10, 15 ETH on
Yeah,
their, and you can understand, it makes complete sense. So there was that, and then the Galaxy holders, which then outnumbered the World of Woman holders. There's 20,000 galaxies or whatever, and there's 10,000. They started being upset in Discord that they didn't have access to all the things that the Genesis holders had access to, and there was all this, you know. Yeah, I was gonna make a chauvinistic comment there, but I'll stop.
well,
Um,
that's actually interesting you
yeah,
brought that up because I didn't really know that's how it was received. I
yeah,
agree. I think that the Genesis and the um, Galaxy looked way too similar, but in my opinion, I think they did that on purpose, that the people that more people could feel like they're part of World of Women. I do think that they should have made some kind of distinction because that's kind of ridiculous that there was. You couldn't fucking tell. But
yeah.
one thing I noticed also was that the narrative behind World of Women Galaxy is very strong, right? People believe when they hear World of Women, they think, "Oh, that's that big project. That's the biggest one. It's the woman NFT project that all the women jump into and it supports women." That's like the general gist and narrative of the project. Now, I've been a holder in this ecosystem, and I'm going to be straight up. I did not enjoy my time there. I did not enjoy my
Mm.
time really. I didn't feel part of anything, and nothing particularly made me want to stay in there, other than the fact that I'm friends with Kashfi, the community manager. We're doing a podcast next week. But as far as like the people in the community, uh, I could think of a lot of communities that had a more family feel than the World of Women Galaxy and the World of Women Discord. I don't know. It was weird, you know. It was just weird. I wasn't a huge fan. to be honest.
Yeah. Look, I think in the end of the day, I believe that these guys will always be respected as the most successful woman-led project
I
and the
agree. I
OG.
agree.
And I do think that with Guile Sorry behind them, that they've got long-term good potential. They're just sleeping at the moment. But I want to show you this. So this is a World of Women. I have tried to choose two that look very similar. But look here, I mean, how can
Yeah,
you tell the difference? I'm just saying, as far as style
you can't.
goes,
You can't, dude.
you're not going
I
to
would
know
never
that the
know.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And as
look,
far as the
there
team, I
was,
like the team. I support everyone on the project. It's just the people that are bought into the project, at least from my
yeah.
experience, kind of sucked. That was just my experience with it, but who knows?
I've never really spent time in the Discord. Like by the time I got a
It's all
World of
right.
Women, which was about a month and a half or 2 months ago, I'm just too busy to go into and chat in general, chat in Discords. Of
Yeah.
all the projects, I have too many FTs. That's why I'm selling so many, like really average to cuck ones. I'm not going to name any.
They just need
Uh,
more story, dude. They just need more like something other than just the idea of supporting women. They need more than that. It's strong. It's a strong narrative to get people in the door, but to get people to stick around, you got to have something else going on, and that's where they're headed. They talked about a story, a metaverse thing, so that's what they're working on. I think when that comes into fruition, it'll be a different style, and I think I'm actually really excited to see what happens there. So I am
yeah.
actually a little bit interested in buying back in because of that. But who knows? I don't know exactly what the capacitor is for, though. Do you know?
I don't know. So it's all speculation. But a few things. First of all, at NFT New York, they had Madonna perform for their
Yeah,
holders. That's massive. I mean, that just shows
it
you the
is.
Gal Sorry pool. And the other thing I saw quite a while back is that they signed a deal with Sandbox to
Hmm.
voxelize the whole collection and have a World of Woman voxels. So maybe, I mean, this doesn't look like that. Just the style looks very sort of modern and whatever.
Yeah.
Voxel, I would expect it to, but maybe that is this, because I do know that that's going to be coming at some stage, the sandbox version at some stage,
Mhm.
right? Um, yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. There was more FUD as well because they announced in their Discord, and I saw the announcement that World of Women Galaxy holders were also getting something, and to date, there's been nothing dropped to the Galaxy holders. So I don't know what's
Hmm.
going on, but they constantly, no matter what they do, they're pissing off either the OGs or the newbies.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just, yeah, they just seem to be struggling to get it right. Although I do believe that they will at some stage, and I hope they do, because I do think that they've got something special. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing for the. I was thinking maybe they've called it something different to a capacitor. Doesn't seem like there's anything for Galaxy that's new here. There's nothing that I haven't seen. So I don't know what's happening with the Galaxy holders, but don't do that. Even if you drop a different capacitor in a different color, do it at the same time. Why do this and have this sort of magnify there's already friction between Galaxy and World of Women. So I don't know why they didn't drop to the Galaxy holders and why they said they had. Don't know what's going on there.
Might be just trying to like prolong the hype or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it. I don't know.
Yeah, also not 100% sure. And then the other big news, my brother, we had the 3D files for CloneX.
Oh, let's go.
So it's not a separate NFT, but you
Oh, I
basically,
saw
if you're
this.
a
Yes, I
whole,
saw this.
yeah, you download your 3D files, and then if you know what you're doing, you can make them do very, very cool stuff, and animate them and do whatever you want with them.
So cool.
So that was really, really cool.
So
And
cool.
I did download my files. It was like hundreds of megabytes. I just don't know what to do with them, but I've downloaded them and I'm keeping them. Um, but yeah, very, very cool that they did this. This brought to light the issue that they had in the beginning when they minted in the very beginning, and that is that the Murakami drip ones, the really rare ones, the holders do not have RP rights on those. And they said the same
Whoa,
thing with the
wait, what?
3D files. That was always in the beginning. That was the FUD in
Oh,
a
wow.
day or two after Mint, before they announced any Nike deal. They put in their Discord that Murakami drips will not have IP rights. And then when they announced the CloneX deal, they had an advert for Nike with one of the Murakamis. So obviously the agreement with Nike and CloneX was that the Murakami ones are for Nike to be able to use in their adverts and whatever. and they made that quite clear from pretty much the beginning. But there was FUD, and that's when I actually bought in. They went from like 5 ETH
Nice.
to 2.5 ETH, and
Ooh.
literally a few hours later, it was like, oh, we've been acquired by Nike, and it's like, oh, I was so lucky there. But the reason I bring that up also is because I think anyway they are making their collection into 3D for that exact reason, so that Nike can use the Murakami. So they've got the technology, and they thought, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it for the whole collection, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and you should see there's guys doing very, very cool stuff with it already. Look here. I mean, I'm just making sure there's no music, but look what this guy's done with his CloneX. Now that he's got the 3D files.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. It still doesn't have like it's more just for like the narrative behind pushing CloneX, saying hey look what we've got, look how far we're going. It's cool. It's just right now it doesn't have any real world merit yet. Like this doesn't help anyone or do anything particularly other than just like be a cool video. But it's great news for me as far as like where the direction of their project is going, where the direction of Web3 is going. It just kind of visualizes, it puts in perspective like what is actually potentially going to look like. Like we get to see now, like we see Ready Player One, we've seen Avatar, we've seen movies where they kind of bring up the metaverse style stuff, but then to see real world shit like this is cool. Like this is like, oh, like I see how this could work. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a Jadu hoverboard.
Love it, dude. Love that. That's fucking cool. I mean, I love that. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, until AR and VR is like as easy as contact lenses, it's gonna be tough to sell people on using these things in real life. But at least for now, bro, we're not even close to the metaverse, and this is a good sign.
Yeah, it
Good
is.
sign.
And you know what else they did, which I thought was really interesting? When you downloaded your files, you downloaded you can make your avatar into a man or a woman. So obviously they realized that some men hold woman CloneXs, and when they in the metaverse they want to be a man CloneX. So any for every NFT, the 3D files, you can choose if you want a female version or a male version of your NFT.
Nice. I like that. I kind of like that. I know someone's
Yeah.
gonna start a FUD there. They're gonna be like, "Why does it matter?"
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just, yeah, I mean, they don't have a neutral version, for people who don't identify as any. They
Yeah.
don't
No.
have like
Oh
a
man,
neutral.
that's
I don't know.
dude. Every
Listen,
time
no
I see
one
shit
can.
like this, the rendering, the 3D rendering, like Maya or whatever people use, dude, that shit. I've taken classes on that. That is some of the hardest shit ever, bro. I mean, maybe it's not. At least from my brain, it was like designing stuff, 3D modeling. That shit is hard. You
Yeah.
tried it before?
No, I haven't. I would love to be able to. I really would. I mean, put it on the list. You see here, because you do the movement, and then you can overlay. So he's dancing, and then he overlays his CloneX onto him. Can you see? How
Wow,
cool
that's
is
cool.
that?
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
So you can really make cool videos and things like that. It's yeah. Listen, it's exciting for me, as you said, to see what's possible in the space, and these guys are definitely pushing the boundaries over here. You know,
They are definitely one of the leaders. They will be. I assume they will be for just for a while.
yeah.
You just
The
got such
nice
a big
thing.
company backed up behind you. So
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. The nice thing is you're not worried that they like not going to, because secondary sales are down and they didn't convert ETH to dollars. You're not worried that there's no budget left. You know that they committed to this and they've got the budget regardless of secondary. And secondary is actually strong generally on them compared to most others. But yeah, it just gives you that peace of mind that they really backed, and they've shown their commitment to date. They really have. They're not stopping. I mean, this is someone running around his pod. How cool is that?
yeah, I
This
like
is the
that. I like
pods
that.
that they dropped, and that's him running around his pod.
Hell yeah,
That's so cool, man. I must play with
that
this
is really
more
cool.
because I think with the pod it might be quite easy to import the 3D. I don't know. I must play around with it. But I thought that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. We've got a question here. I just want to have a look. I haven't heard of this. Anything
Immortal
about immortal player character? Have you heard of that?
Hmm.
No.
I have
Carlos,
not.
is
Mortal
is
Player
that an
Cast? No.
NFT? Is it an NFT project or is it a gaming company or what is it? Just give us a
It
little
sounds
bit
like
of
a company.
insight. Yeah,
Not sure.
haven't heard
Not
of
sure.
it. Okay, so neither of us have heard of it. All right, let's keep
Rip.
going, my
You
bro.
bought any NFTs besides those other? Well, I know you talked about the other Ds, but if you bought any NFTs that you're excited about, maybe like do you buy any NFTs that are more for fun rather than like for flipping, or not so much?
I used to. I used to really, if I liked a project, I would buy into it, regardless of how many were minted and secondary sales and anything. If I believed in it, I would do it. I'm now, I now am just, then I ended up with 300 unhidden NFTs, not even the hidden ones, which were all sub 0.005. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, even these guys with the absolute best intentions in the world and skilled guys and whatever, if they initially budgeted that they were going to get a certain amount of income on secondary sales and that is completely dried up to zero now, how can they carry on delivering? I mean, they're going back to their freaking day jobs, even if they intended for the best. So just in this market, I'm not interested, but when it's a bull market, yes, I do. And there are quite a few actually that I walked away from in the last couple of days from minting, which I
Mm,
really would usually have minted regardless of how many were minted. One was the Zenogaki one, which is really it minted yesterday. It did quite well. It was a 0.25 ETH mint, and I think they
nice.
minted 5,000. And they stayed around mint price. They're still around mint price, but their roadmap and their white paper is absolutely incredible. One of the best I've ever seen. I actually did a review on it about 2 months ago, and it
Nice.
was one of mine I really wanted long term. I'm just so scared at the moment that even no one can deliver, because I think they would have minted at 0.25 even when ETH was 4,000. So they've now got a
Yeah.
quarter of the budget to play with. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm much more cautious not to touch anything at the moment. How about you, Kay? Did you get anything new in the last week or so that you're excited about?
I think about a few. I mean, I guess the way I look at it, like I come, like you definitely come trader first. For me, like I look at it more like sort of like relationship building style more than anything. Like for me, the NFT, I mean, I do a little bit of flipping here and there, but like the majority of my NFTs are like art pieces. Like in my ledger, it's mainly art pieces or like friendship token style things. But I bought a bunch of these fairies from Fairy Fiends again. Like I don't know, I can't remember if I bought a lot of these since our last stream. I don't remember if they've launched since then, but I bought a bunch of these fairies. It's from Ravada. She's a TikToker, and so I just support
Yeah,
her like as a
that
creator. So I
was the
bought a bunch of
Twitter.
these.
Twitter bought their NFT and made it their profile
Yeah,
picture.
that's the one. That's the one. And so
Yeah,
I love her artwork. I think she's great. I'm just supporting her, and I just fucking like them, and I like crowns. It's like there's like a specific few traits that I liked, and I liked her style of art, and so I bought a few of those. I have a couple more Wolf Boys that I bought. I'm friends with the people on the team. I fuck with them. They've got a solid business structure. Or they're just got some solid business people on the team who understand have run successful businesses in the past. And so I just like kind of bought in. And then someone sent me this for my birthday, like a little birthday art piece, like a
I saw
3D
that. I
thing. It was
saw
pretty
that.
cute.
Let's make it
Very
bigger.
actually high
Yeah, it's
quality,
really
bro. Like
cool.
I don't know how
Yeah,
people do
I
that
saw
shit.
that. I saw that on your Twitter. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. So this is
Very cute.
this is this immortal player character that neither of us had heard of.
Oh, nice.
So it came out
3 years.
with four CryptoPunks project that launched in 2018. Someone did some archaeology and found them.
Oh, what the
But
fuck? Their
why?
art isn't available?
Yeah, that's
Wait, click
not.
on one. Click on one.
Maybe
Maybe
they've moved. Maybe they've recently moved the tokens over. I don't know.
can you refresh the metadata maybe? Like
No, it wouldn't be all of them. I mean, I can, but it wouldn't be. I don't think it will make a difference because there's no pictures
yeah,
here. Hold on.
what the fuck?
So we
New
can ask
contract or something?
Carlos. Tell us why can't we got a new alpha caller, Carlos.
When
Uh,
reveal, bro? When reveal?
when it's been 3 years. Come on, we want to
Could you
see.
imagine, bro? Like they have one message in Discord. It's like a closed Discord for speaking, and the one message is like, "We will reveal in 2025." Could you imagine if there's a project that was free that dropped, and that was the only message, the only tweet, it was the only anything. It was just like in 4 years we will reveal, and like people speculate on that. That'd be fucking funny.
Yeah, very very funny.
Go to the
Uh,
website and type in the NFT number. Oh, okay.
okay, but I looked here and I couldn't see a link to the
Yeah. What?
website.
Just type it on Google. Type in immortal player
Yeah,
character.
I don't like it because it can come up on search and be the wrong thing, and
True.
I only like to go through here.
Try
It
that. I
doesn't
mean, the
have,
website's sometimes on Etherscan.
yeah. They've had 3 years to put their Twitter up on their website, right?
Yeah, what?
I don't know what's going
I'll
on
look them
here.
up on Twitter, see if I can find something.
All
What's it called?
right, I want to
Immortal
see
what?
immortal player. Hold on, I'll tell you. Immortal player character without spaces.
All right, so they do have a Twitter, but not really. Hold on.
Does the Twitter have a link to a website?
No, it's not a real Twitter. That's just someone's hashtag. It doesn't look like they have a Twitter. Everyone's just using hashtags for them, but they might be too old, bro. I don't think they have a fucking. Here's what they look like. Here's what some of the characters look like. Apparently.
I'll make you big. I can't see. Hold on. Wait.
Allegedly, that's what one looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just from like a random photo on. Yeah, it is. It is. So they look like just little Zelda, Pokemon looking characters. Cute. I mean, it's cool, I guess. I don't know who they are, and they don't have an account or anything. It just says people just doing hashtags. So
thanks, guys.
Oh, wait, I found it.
They won't let us do links. I don't see the links in the comments.
I found the Twitter, and I found the website. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna
read it out to me. What is it?
I'll share it with you in the chat.
Okay, cool. But
this is their Twitter. Their website's linked in their bio.
Okay, I got it. Let's jump on.
Detective Cade live in action. Here, I'm gonna grab a Celsius real quick. Be back in like 3 seconds.
No worries. So it's interesting because they only joined Twitter in July 2022. So it seems like someone's like sort of found this and is trying to build a project around it. Obviously, it was from then. Website. Okay, so here we go. Mortal player characters are a portable game character. Each RPC has all the parameters needed to initiate or I've never seen that word in my entire life. Instantiate into.
Wait, are you sharing your screen? Are you trying to share your screen?
No. There we go.
Man.
There we go. Thanks, Cade.
Today.
Because I made it big to see on your side. I forgot. It's a tabletop character, race, gender, and all attributes are included in the RPC system. RPCs have all the data required for procedural generation of 3D characters. So that's probably what made the Carlos think about it, is that they're doing 3D rendering as well. Creating a portable game character. What can I do with RPCs? Tabletop games, computer games. I want to see on their site what they say about it, why it can't show. Obviously, it's because of the type of token it is or whatever, why it can't show on OpenSea. Races, elves. Let's see if anyone's around.
That'd be legendary, bro. You start talking to like the OG CryptoPunk, or like you start talking to Gordon from Gordon. Oh,
please leave your details. You know what would be funny if we start talking in here. Hi, can you just tell me why it's not showing on OpenSea? And the person says, "Hi, my name's Carlos." And I'll be assisting you. It's like the same guy who's watching our video, it's his project. It's like, "Hi, my name's Carlos. How can I help you?" It's like, "Hi, Carlos." Yeah. All right. Look, I mean, yeah, interesting. Look, there are some older than CryptoPunks. We had Crypto Skulls come up,
yep.
and Moon when people realized and then dropped. I don't know that it's so much about it being older than. It's the same as World of Women, actually. World of Women wasn't the first female-led project.
Yeah,
but just they were the first successful mainstream female-led project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the end of the day, just because it's older than Crypto Punks doesn't mean that it's going to take off, right? And there are quite a few, but it is good. I like it that they found it. Carlos is telling us stuff here. It's because the contracts are old. Yeah, fine. There should be a way for them to convert the tokens over.
They probably left
but
the fucking project, bro. Like they
no,
don't
no, no.
care.
So it seems like they're resurrecting it because the Twitter page was registered in 2022. So
okay.
it
Shit,
seems
dude,
like
they might pump.
maybe someone bought, yeah, possibly. Maybe someone bought the whole contract from the team and because of the historical significance and wants to resurrect it, right? That's probably, yeah.
Do you think that OpenSea page that we found, is that the right one to buy? If you were going to buy it, for example, would that be the one, or have they migrated to a new page?
No, I would imagine that they would say on the description, and there's no description. Let me make it big again. I imagine that they would say, been migrated. There's also been activity. When we check the activity, there's been activity 2 minutes ago. And they are getting volume. I mean, so
dude,
yeah.
This might be a play. Low key, this might be a play.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's good volume here. Obviously, this has just been.
How many NFTs are in the collection?
Carlos is bringing us the alpha here, my man. Thank you for that. 12,000 NFTs.
12,000. Wow, dude, that's fucking good.
It's a decent. It's a decent amount, so that's not a great thing about it. And also, the owner ratio is very, very small. So you've got some people sitting with a lot of these that could just dump the floor. That's always a risk.
Possible.
But I just want to see here. If you look, so they started pumping yesterday, bro. 7,100 sales yesterday.
What the fuck? What was the day? Go back to the 7th.
2,000 still. That's huge. One sale on the 6th, and it only so they've only moved it to OpenSea here on the 6th.
Interesting. That is very interesting.
2,250 sales, and then yesterday 7,100, and today so far 1,700. Does seem like yesterday was the day, because the average price today is 0.13. The average price yesterday was 0.17. So
for flipping, I think maybe.
Yeah, will be interesting to see. I mean, again, one that I'm going to keep an eye on. So when I want to keep an eye on projects, and it's so simple. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this, but I left it out of my video of what I do the other day. I just go here, add bookmark, and say to buy. Whether I actually am going to buy it or not doesn't matter. But then I've got a whole list of things that I'm watching. And then every day, once a day, I'll open all these things and just keep an eye on whatever I want to keep my eye on. Mm-hmm. So let's have a look here.
Also, sorry, go ahead.
No worries. So Adrian also picked up one. Hey, so Carlos brought up this project. Adrian picked one up. Wow, got in on the 7th. Wow. Well done. Dickens, hey man, Dickenza has come. Now he wants the alpha. We are in the middle of the alpha. We are in the middle. Brought to you by Carlos. The Immortal Player character is a project from before CryptoPunks, 3 years old, and now has been sort of unearthed. Seems like it's being revived, and they are doing huge amount of volume. 7,000 sales yesterday, 2,000 the day before. So far today, 1,700. So, Dickenza, you came just in the nick of time. That is some of the alpha so far.
Very interesting, bro. It's so crazy because, like, I think I'm aware of most things, but then I come here and you bring up stories I'd never heard of, and then someone in the chat brings up a random-ass project from 4 years ago. Like, it's pretty crazy how big this, how little but also big this world really can be, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so we had killer bears also that we neither you or I have ever heard of. Both of us are fully ingrained in the space. Look, I guess there's like tens of thousands of projects. We can't really have heard of all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
So hold on. So Adrian is saying I must look for the blood orcs. So that must be a trait.
Okay.
I can't sort by trait, because nothing's revealed here. So I do think that's going to be a stepping block to mass. No, I don't think it will work.
Because you can search by attribute.
Yeah, but there's no attributes defined because they're unrevealed on a thing. So you have to go to the website. That's going to be a stepping block for mass adoption. I mean, 7,000 is already quite a lot of people, in the NFT space. But I mean, if I'm going to have to go here for each one and find the token number and then buy it, here's the orcs. I think it's a good opportunity for buying ones that no one knows are good, right? Because people aren't doing this, and finding the NFT number here and then searching for them on OpenSea by token ID. Do you know what I mean?
I see. Yep.
I'm
Yeah, it's
trying
just
to
a lot of
see.
extra steps, man. And honestly, when
Yeah.
things are pumping, people don't give a shit, dude. I mean, some people will give a shit. You'll probably make a little bit more money, but like, it's even worth all the extra work when most people are just gonna sweep the floor anyway. Like 99% of people are just looking at the floor. They're not gonna take these extra steps. So like, I noticed that when I
Yeah.
buy rares, when I buy rare NFTs, like sometimes they pan out, but then sometimes, bro, they don't fucking. It's like no one cares enough. It's like, yes, it's a rare one, but people are just looking at the floor for ones that they like. And
Yeah,
so
but
it
I
is
mean,
important to think about.
if you look at if a collection does go mainstream and becomes like a 50 ETH floor, the
Sure,
rares will sell for 5x that.
sure,
So I'm
sure.
saying if you wanted to do a play here and just get one, just for the mere sake of if it does pump, then I would take the time to find an orc IDs and then put those IDs in here, search by just number
Yep.
of the NFT, and then buy an orc instead of just a floor without the guy who's selling it to me knowing anything about it, right?
Right, sure. And it depends a little bit on your scope of time that you're trying to sell and trade. Like if you're looking to for this project to moon in a few months or in how long, that's very different than you like day trading a project like this. I imagine you would look at it differently. Like if you were just trading this, Philip, for day trading, would that
Yeah.
affect how you trade this
Yeah,
versus holding
I
it for
mean,
a long time?
yeah, I wouldn't buy this as a quick flip. I think that this would be a bit of a long shot. That
Yeah,
in a
me too.
in a bull market, it takes off like crypto skulls did in the last bull market. Um, yeah, so I wouldn't really be
High
buying it as
risk
a
though.
flip.
Yeah, high
Yeah,
risk
it
for
is
me.
for
But it's
sure.
also
We
not
got
that's also not that expensive though.
yeah, exactly. Especially yesterday or the day before, it was 0.02 2 days ago. We needed this alpha from Carlos before. Theo, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Theo?
All right, so yeah, Adrian's saying exactly the same thing. You check the number on the website, then you go on to OpenSea, and that's how you do it. So we got
Nice.
Carlos picked one up at 0.005,
Oh,
bro. So
damn,
so
bro.
in that case, it's worth freaking buying 10. That's
Man, I gotta
incredible. Well
find these
done
at
on
that
that.
price, dude. There's so many NFTs out there that are like about to pop, and they're all cheap as fuck, and we're not gonna find fucking any of them, dude. Like they're all hidden in the archives in the Library of Alexandria, burned away, and then someone's just gonna randomly stumble upon it on an OpenSea rankings page or a stats page. Like that's how I found like random Degen plays like by accident. I'll just be like scrolling on like a stats page, and I'll be like, oh, some random person buys this NFT that looks interesting, and I'll just click on it. I'm like, oh, this actually could work. And then a couple days later, it'll pump or something. And it's always
Yeah,
so random how I find those projects.
yeah. I mean, look at 0.14. It's not with this volume. It is actually interesting. It's worth a
Yeah.
punt. I mean, I'm not gonna because it's the bear market, but in normal circumstances, I'm all over this. Really and truly.
If I was at a
Um,
0.05 floor, I probably would get in. But to spend
yeah,
0.15 right now, I'm like, nah, dude. I'd rather just hold it. Not worth it for me.
100%. Dickenza, I didn't. I unnested it with the full intention of selling it at 35 when the lot was selling for that price, and it wouldn't let me list it on OpenSea. It took about an hour from the time I unnested it before I could actually list it, and by then the
RIP.
pump had finished. So I've lost my nesting, and I have not sold my NFT. So
That's
that's what
that's bear
happened
market
there.
blues for you right there, fam. Also,
Listen,
I
I
thought
can't
about
complain. I bought it for 20 or 19 actually, because I paid
true,
22 for
true.
it as well as an oddity. And it's sitting at 26 ETH. So all good. But I was really excited for the nesting, and I've lost that because I didn't realize there was a delay from when you unnest it before you can list it on OpenSea.
Lesson
And
learned,
that's
dude.
what
They might pump to fucking 50 ETH next time, and now you know. And
Yeah.
so I think
So the
it'll
play,
pan out in
what
the
I
end.
wanted to do is I wanted to sell at 35. I even said in my Discord, it will go back to 20 in the next few days afterwards. So the play was to sell it at 35 and buy another floor one at 20 something in a week later,
Yeah,
and then get
that
the
would have been
next
smart.
pump, exactly. So you're pocketing 10 ETH or whatever
Yeah,
and get the next pump, sell it again and get in again. And that's what I
yeah.
did with my mutant. Do you know the
It's
one
a good play,
that
dude.
used
It's a good play.
yeah, the one that used to be on the show was my third mutant that I'd owned. I flipped, you know, uh,
Yeah.
Try to double dip, What
Yeah.
else
So
did I check
Philip
here?
took an L there. I took a dub recently. Actually, I tell you about that.
You took
I took a dub the other day. Cool Man's Universe is a
what's it?
project that I like. A dub, a
Yeah,
dub,
what's a
a
dub?
W, a W, a win.
Okay, yeah.
So Cool Man's Universe had an announcement coming up, and I knew there was coming. I have more than one Cool Man, so that's why. Because I'm friends with Danny now. We had a podcast, chat a few times, so I like him. I've always liked the brand, so I've always wanted to hold one long term anyway. So I have one in my ledger that's not going anywhere. But I still had another in my other wallet, and I was like, man, they got an announcement coming. It's apparently the biggest of his whole career. I should not be stupid here, and I should flip this when the announcement comes. So I did, and I sold the peak fucking top, Philip. I sold the
Us.
peak fucking top at
That's my
point 0.8.
boy.
I listed at 0.79, and I sold at 0.79. And as soon as mine sold, the floor crashed to 0.5 again, like instantly. Within seconds, it went from
That
0.8 to
is my
0.5.
boy.
I
That's
was
my
like,
boy. That's my boy.
ah!
That's exactly what I would have done with
Yeah.
Moonbirds. Like that's exactly what
Yep.
was going to happen. But I just couldn't
smaller
sell.
smaller win for me, but
Yeah, but I'm saying exactly the same thing. I could see that it went up so quickly that it wasn't going to be sustainable.
yeah.
And I thought, let me get out. So much so I nested it. Mad, man. But well done, Kate. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you,
Thank
man.
you.
That's good. That's my style. You
Yeah,
would
dude.
never have sold. You would never have sold ever. You
Nope.
diamond head, especially you love Coolman Dan
Yeah,
from
I
NFT
love
New
it.
York. You had him
Love
on
him.
your show. That's exactly it. And you know what? Now, if you want a second one, go back and buy one at 0.5. What a
Exactly. That
pleasure.
that was that was where I knew. I was like, you know what? I can always buy back in at a cheaper price, no problem. But they're not going to see a pump like this for a while. I was like, it'd be so dumb not to sell right now.
For
So,
sure.
and
So
I
yeah,
still have one.
exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a great play. Well done. Frenzies is yeah. So we've covered it. Theo mentioned it. We've covered it before. We actually did a pre-mint on it, and then one of the Freestyle Fridays with Moreland. I said how bullish I was on this. I bought three. I'm still holding three. Yeah, it's really come down. Wow,
What'd
wow,
you buy
wow,
it at?
wow, wow. Well, I mean, 0.15, point 0.2 around there. So, but also ETH was three times what
Yeah.
it is, and the price in ETH was three times. So that's like it's down 50. It's like it's 85% down,
Yikes.
even though it doesn't look that way. If you actually work it
Yikes.
out, yeah. I mean, you can see here at the Pico, it was point 0.4,
Oh wow.
and it's just been yeah. So this is very interesting. It's linked to an in real life gallery, a very well established art gallery. And yeah, I mean, what is Theo saying? Yeah, Pharrell is an IP owner of Friends with You. Yeah,
I mean, that's not going to help really, but who knows,
yeah,
dude?
but I mean, yeah, I mean, I was really quite bullish, and I still am. I haven't sold. You know what the point is that in US dollar value, I'm down 85%. What is the point of cashing out for like 60 US dollars now when I'm in it for
Exactly.
350 US dollars, and they haven't rugged. It's still got the gallery behind them, and Pharrell is the IP. They could go high one day. It's just no point. It's too late to
Yeah,
sell
I agree.
anyway.
I
So
agree.
just rather just hold on to it.
Yeah. Also, before
And
we move on, I thought about doing a
yeah, yeah.
live Celsius review on the channel. I'm gonna do it on my phone too, but
You
I
know what
figured
the
I would do
funny
this one.
thing is that no one pays Cade for the Celsius reviews, but he always
Nobody,
does that.
bro.
Let's fucking go, Cade. Let's do it. Let's do
Nobody pays me for these things. I should be sponsored. But I wanted to do this
it.
live because I found that I bought like a bundle with variety pack style. So
Yeah,
I have like 30 of them,
you've
and
found a
this
flavor
is
that you haven't seen before.
this is sparkling cola. Sparkling cola. I've never tried
I've
that. This
never
is
heard of
very interesting to
Celsius.
me.
There's no Celsius in South Africa, by the way.
Oh shit! All right, that's sad. That's a sad day. Well,
So
if you ever
I
come to
don't
the
know, but
states, we'll buy you some.
That sounds great. For anyone who doesn't know, Cade does live reviews of Celsius, how he reacts to the different tastes of them. He is not paid by Celsius, and he does this every single day. I love him so much.
Do them
Let's
all the
fucking go.
time.
It's all yours,
I,
Cade.
I
Let's
actually
do it.
I review lots of things, but Celsius is like a staple because I drink Celsius all the time.
Yeah.
I love them. So, anyways, all right, brutally honest review: Celsius Energy cola flavor. Let's get it. 10 calories, zero sugar, zero gluten free, kosher free, non GMO. You know how it is. Here we go.
Cheers. How is it?
Yeah, that tastes just like cola. That's just that's literally just a can of pop right there. That's so weird. It doesn't taste like a Celsius normally would. It's sparkling fucking cola. That's exactly what it tastes like. For me,
like Coke.
it tastes exactly like. I'm not a huge fan of Coke though, so I'm gonna give
I
this
love
a
Coke.
rating. As a Coke enthusiast, I would give this an 18 out of 20. It's good. It tastes just like what you'd want. As a non-Coke lover, I'm gonna give this a 13 out of 20 because I don't like Coke. But well on you, Celsius, for keeping this tasting like Coke. Not bad, dude. Really not bad for advertising as cola. Impressive stuff.
Good. I would be better on reviewing the Coke one. I love Coke, so
10
I could tell
calories,
you
dude.
that
This is 10 calories. I'm drinking a
that's
cola for 10
bad.
calories.
That's and you're saying it tastes similar to Coke?
I don't get it. I don't know how they do this shit. It's some demonic shit. Let me grab a Yeti cup so I can keep it cold because right now it's already losing the coldness. One sec.
You do your thing. Adrian says they should speak to you already. All right, guys. Some more news. Chinese tech giant Alibaba, who we all know about, and Tencent, who is actually, I think, part of Alibaba. The Tencent group, Alibaba falls under it. I've actually got shares in them. So they to require ID checks for NFT purchases. So that's not great news. It's just another barrier to entry in China, which is not great. Not great. I'm sure the really committed will find ways around it. However, for your average person to have to get a VPN and whatever it may require, it might just stop the majority of people who would otherwise be interested from actually investing. With that said, every second month we have China loving NFTs, well, not loving them, either allowing them and then not, and then allowing them and then not. And same with cryptos and China. So they've got this love-hate relationship. So, not the end of the world, but definitely something to keep an eye on for sure. Um, so that was something I wanted to point out to you guys. Oh, shit. This had, I didn't realize it's always changing. Okay, forget that one. Speaking of Celsius Cola and in turn Coca-Cola, they are launching a Pride-related NFT series. Don't know if you've seen this, Cade.
I think with these kind of things, because they're tied to finance, it's really hard to make these things work. I am happy that we're starting to see NFTs just be used as the medium that they go about business ordeals. I think that's a good thing because I think that's how it'll just be in the future. But right now, since we're in a gambling mindset and everything's about trading, it's hard for people to look at actual endeavors and actual things that are going on and see it as an NFT and take it seriously. Like for example, I had someone on TikTok shoot down one of my ideas for like a gym membership NFT because he was like, "But couldn't someone like what's the point if like it doesn't like make any sense for the gym because like you're going to keep all the money and blah blah blah." And I was like, yeah, but that's thinking that NFTs are going to be how they are right now when businesses start to use them in their business model. It's not going to be the same. Like there will be some type of tokenization where you sell it back, or not you sell it back, you give it back to them or you burn it or something. You obviously wouldn't be able to keep it, otherwise they'd have to make an unlimited supply and it would lose value. But I was like, it won't be in a trade. We won't be in a trading world. It won't be like that. It'll be a different kind of NFT. We'll have evolved into a different style. There'll be new blockchains. There'll be new avenues. There'll be companies that are made in order to not have that happen. We're just not there yet. And so people are trying to look at what's happening right now and then ideas of the future and say these aren't going to work because these are what's going on. I'm like, yeah, but that's not the same thing. Like in the future, NFTs will look different. And so that's kind of my thought process there. But like right now with a project like this, I don't imagine it's doing well if it already launched. Is it doing well?
No, it's not doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they launched at 1 Ethereum, and
Jesus Christ. It's a cash grab.
the current the current floor is 0.1 ETH. Their first mistake was launching at 1 Ethereum. Their second mistake was doing it on Polygon, in my opinion.
10% royalty too. Jesus.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because if you think about the collectible space, Coca-Cola is one of the leaders, the physical collectible space, right? I'm a collector. One day I'll sign in on my phone and I'll show you, even just behind me, this is all one room. I've got like so much memorabilia, Coke stuff, Hot Wheels, bro. Like you can't even imagine what's around me here. Let me try. Have I shown you my Hot Wheels next to me?
I don't think you have.
You would remember. Oh, Can you still see me? Because I've lost you on my second screen. Hold on, let me do this.
I can
I'm
see
gonna
you,
unplug.
but
Okay,
it's
cool.
like
I want to show.
freezing.
Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
gonna. Hold on. Just wait. Can you still see me?
Yes.
All right. Wait.
Are you
Tell me when
picking
you
up
can
your
see.
monitor?
Can you see all the Hot Wheels?
That's
I
awesome, bro. I love that. That's fucking
don't know what
awesome.
you can see or not because my second screen I had to unplug.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I like it. I can see it. I can see it. That's pretty cool.
And can you see the display?
Yeah, I can see it. It's fucking awesome, dude. That's legendary. That's a true collector right there. And
That's
with
just next to
Coca-Cola
me.
doing this, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of projects are trying to capitalize. I don't think they even realize we're in a recession. I don't know why they would launch a project like this in this kind of market, but they're tarnishing their reputation, dude. Like, for people who don't know, I'm right now, like as we speak, in sponsorship talks and meetings for business. And one of my biggest, not calling cards, one of my biggest flexes, I guess, in my meetings is I haven't dropped a collection. I haven't dropped any big projects and tarnished my reputation early on. And that's what some of these
Yeah.
companies are doing. They're trying to capitalize and be early on something, but they're not doing it right. Like you have to do it correctly. And that's why I haven't dropped a project. I just don't think I can deliver what I would want to deliver in an NFT project. I don't particularly want to participate in the gambling side of NFTs. I don't want my brand to be tied to that. So I'm waiting. But that's one of my biggest not flexes, but like leverage builder. I guess my biggest leverage is I haven't dropped a project. I haven't tarnished my reputation. And I think some companies have already tarnished it in the Web3 space.
For sure. I do agree with you that, I personally don't know of any Coca-Cola collection on OpenSea except for this one. So I do agree with you that your first furore into the space should be a positive, good one for sure.
Yeah.
Because that does set the tone. With that said, I'm saying that the fact that Coca-Cola is such a physicals collectible company, it's probably the highest collected item and memorabilia. I do think that there is merit to picking one of these up from a historical perspective, if it is indeed the first Coca-Cola NFT. And as far as I know, it is. I know Pepsi's got some cuck ones on OpenSea that haven't done well. But I do think if you just think about this for 1 second, there's 136 items, which is tiny.
Oh, that's true.
There's 131 owners, and the floor price is zero point 0.1. I'm not saying for a flip, there's no sales. There's like 6 sales. And
Yeah.
I'm saying to buy it and keep it aside and leave it. And, maybe, in a year, 2 years,
Show me the
whatever,
artwork.
Coke
Is
actually
it any
comes
good?
in. Let's have a look. Coke actually comes into the NFT space
Uh,
properly. These will be the crypto punks of Coke NFTs. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree. I think this might be worth you throwing some offers at 0.05. I bet you'll land a few. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I don't have any interest in that artwork either, which sucks. I was hoping the artwork would be cool for me. It's fucking not that cool. It's fine. I mean, I guess I wouldn't really expect anything else. I mean, it's just a Coke can. But I think that's worth throwing some offers at 0.05, bro. I might actually throw some offers there. But it's also
Hey, get your
Polygon.
get your
Fuck.
own, cuzzy. This is I'm keen. There's a couple of things I'm thinking as I look at this. Can you imagine if you have a bar and you've got this on a big screen somewhere in the bar or the pub or whatever it may be? I don't know. I think even as art, it's quite cool. But
It's
the
possible.
owner, and it's Coca-Cola. The
In a
question is,
bull run, what do you think this would have done?
I know. I think Polygon is really hard to get value. I don't know that. And also, the fact that neither of us have heard of this until after it's dropped also means like it wasn't really well publicized. So this is more. It says it's for a
Yeah.
charity. It actually says for LGBTQIA plus. There's just always new letters every time I look at this.
Yeah.
Um, that it's for specifically for these rights in South
Yeah.
Africa.
I don't
Now
know
the
if this
thing
is
is,
going to
is
be
that
like a first project. It might be more of like a special limited edition thing.
yeah, but I'm saying I do think in time Coke will come into the NFT space if the NFT space goes where we think it's going to go. And now I live in South Africa and I work in the marketing field, and I have not heard of this campaign either. To be
Well, that's what
very
I'm
honest
saying.
with
Is
you.
like, this is going to be. I don't think this would be the Genesis collection then, because this is focused on the LGBTQ and supporting a movement. I don't think this will be looked at as the Genesis collection. I think they'll have a Coca-Cola collection that's not Pride. That'll be like the Genesis collection. I think that would you have a better chance there. I mean, this might be worth it because it's so cheap, But as far as Coca-Cola having a Genesis collection, I don't see the Pride one being it. I think they would just be called Coca-Cola.
If I agree with you, but if in theory this is and it's not. Here's another NFT.
Oh, maybe
One
not.
item, one owner. This could be rubber. It could be a fake collection, but I did see that they. Wow. 214 Ethereum.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I actually saw this in a news article. It was a one of one. This is official Coca-Cola, by the way. Highest offer 1.5 ETH. I mean, this is worth putting an offer on. But this is legitimate, and this was a one of one.
I mean, it's a collectible, dude. Yeah, I think it's just equivalent to a collectible. Good God, bro! Someone paid 200 Ethereum.
And a year ago, ETH was 2,000 and something. 2,300.
So let's say 2,300 times 217.
$400,000 or 4 million.
400K, 500K,
yeah.
500K.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is a lot. That is a lot.
Then this one's got a blue tick, so this is the friendship. So it's not this LGBTQ one is not the first. So there goes that whole.
Rip. RIP.
Wow! Look at what they're asking. The asking prices on these.
Jeez, good God!
But these are asking. I don't know if there's any sales. Just hold on. But it's got a blue tick, hey? Refreshing the world for 135 years, bringing people together during ice-cold, delicious moments, introducing our first ever NFTs for International Friendship Day. So in marketing, the first thing you'd say is this their first ever NFTs specifically for International Friendship Day, or is it their first NFTs ever, right? But I think they mean their first ever NFTs, but they should have just clarified that. Just want to see if any ever sold. No. I wonder why.
I mean, I wouldn't buy that. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's a lot of money, dude. That's. I wonder. You have to. I don't know.
How does our friend here feel about other people being able to buy? Unless this is the same one, but it's not. Other people being able to buy a very similar NFT to what he paid 200 ETH for.
Oof. Man, yeah.
Why would Coke do this? Don't they want to be accessible? And this is the they want
to be looked at as the top. The thing exclusive. Is, like in the Web3 world, you're not going to just get there because you were successful in Web2. Like you still have to worry about community and building that up from the beginning. Everyone starts at the same level, in my opinion.
Can you imagine us launching a project, you and Cade? And just we don't say much about it, but on the FAQ page, just there, mint price 500 ETH. Can you imagine? I mean,
fucking nuts.
Can you imagine? I'm saying the FUD. I mean, if these guys did any market research, they would realize that this is just stupid. You know,
they just need to hire people in Web3. They just don't think about it. They think that their experience in Web and just building businesses is enough to win in Web3. I'm like, you don't understand how much culture matters in Web3. People care. Like they want to feel a connection to you as a person and an idea that's like out there looking for them too. If it's not that, bro, people don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same market. It's not the same market.
And with that said, you can email either me or Cade or both of us. If you are a company and you are looking for guys in the space who know the space and know communities, and if you want advice, both of us are the best, and we'll give you a package deal, but either of us could add huge value to you. So if you are a company and you are watching this, then you know where to find us. Well, that was an impromptu jump into Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting though for me. Bored Ape Coca-Cola.
It was interesting. And then we've got Siemens and NVIDIA partner up to create an industrial metaverse. So this is quite interesting, right? Because they're not trying to target like people to come in, but for businesses, right? So Siemens, a leader in industrial automation, and NVIDIA, a pioneer in artificial intelligence, have partnered to usher in a new era of the industrial metaverse. The first step in their partnership is to join Siemens Accelerator and NVIDIA Omniverse, a 3D platform to enable various features for companies to combine digital twins and AI. The compatibility between digital twins, a term that refers to making a digital replica of a physical object, and AI should give companies more confidence to make decisions over a product's life cycle. This merging will also increase productivity and process improvement centered around the Internet of Things and analysis. Interesting, hey?
That is interesting right there, actually. Yeah, I'm very interested to see for this whole bear market how companies do as far as like how they've allocated their funds during the bull run to see if they can pull off anything impressive or continue to build. Like we're seeing some, we're going to see some just fold. They're just going to be like, yeah, we ran out of fucking money. Like we leveraged all our money and we lost all of it. And we're going to see a lot of that. But I'm interested to see who put away their money and put it into places that bring them cash flow and stuff like that, and to make things happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Not Voyager. Voyager shut down. I could not believe that, bro. I could not believe Voyager halted withdrawals and is now filing for bankruptcy in certain areas of their market. I mean, for me, I pulled out all my money from all centralized exchanges about 3 weeks ago. Thank God,
Yeah.
because I had a few $1,000s sitting in Voyager that would have just gone to it's locked up right now if I had that in there, and I know multiple people who have it there still. So
Yeah, I also made a very big security announcement, tagged everyone in my Discord, and said if you're on any exchange
yeah,
whatsoever,
even Coinbase,
get
dude, I don't give
out.
a fuck.
Any exchange, any exchange. If you do not own the keys to that wallet, move it. So MetaMask, you do own the keys. So if it's ETH, move it to MetaMask, right? Otherwise, I just opened a Bitcoin account on my ledger, so literally on my ledger, and moved anything I had, because I only actually invest in Bitcoin and ETH of the two, and I moved it all off. Not interested whatsoever. Just in case, rather be safe than sorry. Why take
Yep,
the risk? But I
not worth
heard
it.
terrible things, like they were like leveraging the loans, and the loans uh, weren't. I mean, there was a lot of stuff on it. It was really quite like a chip shop. They were literally running a multi-billion-dollar exchange as if it was a fish and chip shop without proper checks and balances in place, reporting. Like, from what's coming out now, it's actually scary.
Well, the bull run,
Allegedly.
everything was money, so they didn't think about it. They're like, oh fuck it, like let's just keep going. The money just keeps coming in. We keep bringing in more, and everybody else is doing it. And then when the market starts to correct, everyone starts to pull out their money. They wanna get some of their high leverage things and kind of pull them out. And if everyone's doing it at the same time, then the people who are lending them money can't do their own thing, and so everyone starts to lose money. So it's like everyone makes money, but then the flip side, everyone loses money if you're doing it at the same time. So like if
Yeah.
Coinbase was gonna get out early, they would have had to do it before the market started correcting, when other companies started to pull out their money and try and get their money back and pay people back. And then if everyone wants to withdraw at the same time, now Coinbase is fucked because they got to go back and get their money, and the whole system doesn't work unless everything's healthy. If everything's not healthy and bull run, then it's a shit show. High
I,
risk, high
I,
reward.
even, I even heard a very controversial thing from a very big crypto YouTube channel, a very, very big one. And they were saying that they even slightly concerned about USDC,
Me
and
too.
that there is a potential of it depegging and them having a similar issue, that it's small, that the risk is small compared to others, but that it's still there, and they justified it. I don't know enough about it, to say yes or no, but that was quite shocking to me, because
I'm not risking it, dude.
USDC, the thing about them is that they said that they were literally holding, $1 for, or one Bitcoin for every $1 for every $1 invested with them. When you actually read their white paper, that is not the case. It's a
Yeah.
mixture of dollars, bonds, treasuries, various different things. That in
Which
a
they're lending out, dude. They got to lend it out to bring you. Like if you're setting
Sure,
someone, if you got money and you're making 9% or 12% or 15 to whatever percent, that means they're lending it out and taking profit
I'm
and
making
still being able to
25.
bring you that money.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
not worth it, bro. I don't care who. I don't care
If you
who or
if
what
you
it is.
can't understand, if a deal seems too good to be true, we know this, then it's too good to be true. If you
Yeah.
can't understand how they're financing the leverage, so you're like, wow, how can they be affording to consistently pay me, 15% per annum? Then you are the leverage. the next person that invests into it is the one who's paying the guy before. So that's
Yep.
the a Ponzi scheme, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a USDC is that, but like a lot of NFT projects where you're earning tokens and passive income and things like that, it is not sustainable, and it only works while new people are coming in and putting their money to pay off the older people who are owed things.
Yep.
So that's the story there. I just want to say one thing quickly, Cade. Ziggy saying he asked us a while ago, and I'm not seeing any new comments from anyone. So, guys, I do think that there might be a problem with us getting comments. So I do
Jump on a
apologize. That was
restream. You
yeah.
gotta get on restream, bro. Restream's the best.
No, your restream messed up that's the reason I've got my new friend here.
That's what I'm
Is
saying, though. Now you're good. Now you're good, bro. Restream's got
but
no
I had to
problems
get
now.
him before him. These were my microphones as
Yeah,
well,
they
and they're
sucked
really
though,
good.
but they sucked.
They don't
Now,
suck.
now you got a better setup.
Thanks, Cade. But for 2 months, you can't hear me in any of my videos because ever since I came on Restream.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna look in the comments. I'm gonna look in the stream on YouTube. What was his
Yeah,
name?
Ziggy.
Ziggy.
And then we've got OpenSea co-founder Alex Atala resigns to focus on new ventures. How young this guy is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. I thought he would be
Wait,
a
what's happening
lot.
here?
OpenSea co-founder Alex Atala resigns from OpenSea to focus on new
Whoa,
ventures.
weird.
Yeah.
Ziggy, I don't see a comment, bro. I heard you say the last thing you said was "Happy birthday, hope you had a good one," and then you said they mint on the 16th of July, and that was it.
No,
We talked about
because
immortal. Unless you're talking about immortal player character, we already talked about that though. Like you didn't leave a comment telling us about a project. So
no,
yeah, I
so
don't know what you're talking
Ziggy's
about.
last comment is this one here after the ones you read. But yeah, whatever. I do see that it's got a different colored icon on my side here. It's showing, yeah, with the red icon, whereas earlier when Ziggy was talking, it was showing with a different, still the red icon, but he's green there, and then he has, I don't know, yeah, he's like a different thing. I don't know, but I'm not seeing any comments. But either way, I mean, let's just have a look what we got here. eBay files NFT and metaverse trademark applications. So look, people are definitely watching the trademarks, hey?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, it's
Trademark
smart. It's smart.
applications indicate that eBay has plans for the following: a virtual goods marketplace, online retail stores with physical and digital products, and NFTs, NFT exchanges, and NFT trading. So they've put a whole lot of different trademarks. Other trademarks that have recently come through: City of Beverly Hills files trademarks. Snoop Dogg, he's always filing NFT trademarks. Premier League files trademarks. Kanye West files Yeezys as a trademark. Subway files trademarks. David Beckham, the NBA, and LeBron James all file
Yeah,
trademarks.
dude, it's gonna be. I think I talked to Cameron on TikTok yesterday. He's a big tech entrepreneur, but he's big on TikTok for NFTs as well. And he was talking about the fact that, I mean, we know this when we talk about building during the bear market to reap the rewards of the bull market. We know that's true, but
Yeah.
the level that companies are buying in right now and how much money and funds are allocating toward building out to get ready for the NFT metaverse world, blockchain, all that shit, Web3,
Mm.
dude, like I don't think people actually understand how big it's going to be and how huge of an opportunity is literally going to pass over them. Like if you're not trying to join a team, get a skill, or become a content creator covering Web3, you're literally fucking stupid. If you're out here and you're just trading and you think that's going to be enough and you're going to be someone and you're going to be able to reap rewards when the bull market comes, you're wrong. Like the biggest opportunities are in the careers and in the networking that you have right now, because the only people left in Web3 currently right now are the people who want to be here. Everyone who wanted money is out. They're all gone. Like literally, you can look at the stats. Everybody is gone. Like 90% of people are gone. The traders are gone. So if you're here still and you're just trading and you're not networking with people, you're not trying to get a career or a job or making content, you're missing a fucking just an unbelievable huge opportunity to build something for yourself right now, because there's just no barrier to entry. There's zero barrier to entry. And I can't believe people aren't working toward it. I'm like, you're looking at an industry that you're gonna not even be someone, you're gonna be someone huge if you can start right now. And it's just such a huge opportunity. I wish that someone had told me when I was younger about like the crypto bubble and had smacked into my face that I need to focus on this. Like this is us telling you right now that this is that period of time where you can actually change your life. It's literally right now as we speak.
Yeah, so I agree. But I will say that I think we are still super early. So I think like if someone comes in next year, they'll still be okay to still be able to do it. But yeah,
Of course,
we're
yeah, of
so
course.
early. And so the traders now, at least they one of the 1.5 million people that are in the space, right? And that's a good start. And getting
Hmm.
to know Discord and whatever, they're already early and like a million steps ahead of most people. But I do agree with you. I think that there is an opportunity, which is why guys like you and I have dedicated a lot of time and continue to consistently dedicate time to this. But for me, I see it as a long term game because I do think that even though look, I've made decent money being like working in different areas of NFTs. I really have. So yeah, you're right. There are opportunities immediately, but for me, I think the real exciting stuff is going to be 5, 10 years from now when NFTs are mainstream and we know so much more because we've been in the trenches since now and building
Yeah,
since
yeah.
now. That's really what I'm like looking forward to. More so than advising, consulting, and the things like that, which I do enjoy, and I do strongly believe that anyone like you and I who have reviewed the amount of projects that we have can offer huge value to any new project coming in for sure. And I'm happy to do it. But I'm just saying the real exciting time for me and what I'm really working towards, the bigger picture is when it goes mainstream. To
Yeah,
to
but that's you
be
have to build that now though. Like if you start
exactly,
when it goes
exactly.
mainstream, then it's gonna be
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else. So in
yeah.
my head,
I
I'm like,
agree.
just fucking start now. Just start now. Like
Yeah.
if I hadn't started a year ago, wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I thank God I started as early as I did. Like I took the exact amount of time. I mean, I spent like my whole life preparing for it with like studying YouTube and being, making videos for 10 years and to capitalize my moment by almost by accident. But I spent 3 or 4 months learning about the space, trying out stuff. And then when I was ready to make a video, I hit the ground running. And when I found a series that worked, I just fucking rolled with it. And I said, okay, I'm just going to focus on making videos and I'm just going to make better videos and connect. And then in
So
6 or 8 months,
tell
we'll see
me
where I'm at.
tell me this, Cade. Someone who really doesn't want to be in front of a camera and doesn't want to create content. Obviously, we know you can be an if you artistically inclined and computer inclined, you can be an artist. Obviously, we know community manager, we know mod. What else? What can someone who's watching this? Let's just say right now, someone who watches this either live or on playback says to themselves, "I want to get involved in some way." Where do you start? Well, that's really the question. How do you start from nothing and get involved in the space and start learning?
I would say Twitter Space is a good place to kind of grow your network a little bit and to share things that you're interested in and connect, find new people who say things that you like, and then just seeing who they follow, if they're in any discords, if they have a project or something. But slowly working your way in, like the way we both got here wasn't scripted. We just kind of started doing things, and then that just led to more random things. And I think it's what I've noticed in the past 5 years is before prior to these 5 years, I basically spent that time observing everyone, trying everything, and doing all the things. Not really with a plan to get somewhere, or I need to see this solution, or I need to see this um, conclusion if I start this today, kind of thing. It was just kind of me doing things. And I think now we're at a place where everyone wants the answer. Like for example, when an NFT project blows up and they go on a podcast, or if a artist blows up and they go on a podcast and someone goes, how did you know that the answer, like what did you work on? And they're like, bro, I don't fucking know. Like for some reason my stuff popped and this is just what I did. This is my experience with it. So for someone coming into this space, the only answer is to acclimate. You just acclimate yourself into this space by jumping on Twitter and Discord. There's no real
Yeah.
specific answer other than that. But then I would say you got to find a skill that's not being like, for me, the content creation was instant. And so I went in with the idea of content creation. So I said, I jumped into the YouTube world and said, okay, who is making videos? What are they making videos about? What do I wish they made more videos on? Let me make those videos because no one's making them. What is missing here? And so if you're not a content creator, you look at the NFT projects and say, what am I frustrated about? What could be easily fixed here? And what do I need to learn to be able to fix those things? And then once
Mm.
I'm there, jump on a Twitter spaces, talk about it, make Twitter threads. You don't have to be a content creator. And honestly, content creator is easier than you think. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You can take a photo of something or a video of something and just put a caption on the screen as the video and just put music over it. Like people underestimate how easy it is to get into this content world and how much work it doesn't have to be, because they look at YouTube and say all these editing, look at TikTok and all these people with high quality videos and speaking with the mic and all these things. And it's a lot easier than you think. I think it's more about the paralysis before you start. Once you start, then you're just kind of like next step.
I agree with all of that. I do fundamentally agree with the last part that you said. In any sphere of life, that getting started, the first step is always the hardest. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I haven't watched Cade's early NFT videos, but I've watched mine, and that first show. I mean, and even now I'm learning. I mean, you can see I'm still getting used to a mic and whatever. But I've always forget NFTs. I've run my life like that with everything I do. So if I want to do something, I don't wait for it to be perfect. And it's everything. I'm talking about everything in my life. Like even when Bianca and I decided to have children, honestly, she asked me like, "Are you ready?" And I said, "No." Like, no, I'm not 100% ready. No, I'm not. But I realized, and I told her, I said, but I realize I'll never be 100% ready. And I do think that now is the time, right? And that's what we did. Like, throw yourself in the deep end, right? Just take the first steps to do something and get it out there, whether that be content, whether that be picking up the phone to your mother or father that you haven't spoken to in a long time, whether that be, anything that feels 80% right and you're overthinking it, and because it's not 100% the right time. It's never going to be the right time. Get started, pull the trigger.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel after. Like after it kind of worked a little bit, you're like, oh, okay, that was kind of cool. But beforehand, you're guessing. You're literally rolling. You're like on a wave that you're not sure if it's actually going to form. Like you don't really know what's going to happen until after it happened, and you can look back on it. But one thing to even add a little bit more value here for people who literally don't know where to get started, like a very simple, like step-by-step way to get in is to find either a content creator that you like and just jump into their community and see if you can just get them to like you and see if you can vibe with them, sort of like offer value where you can, help push discussion in there, like try and be recognizable. And then if they can just like you, that's an easy way, because then they'll be like, okay, like I need a new Discord manager, I need a mod, I need someone to help me with this. They'll just be like, oh, I like Mark, he's cool, let me just hire him. And like that's how 75% of the jobs are happening right now. Like I hired my mod and my community manager because I like them. That was literally it. So
and how did you get them in the beginning? They were just in there saying hello to everyone that came in. And just like you thought, oh my God, these guys are great, So I think that's the nail on the head, that's for sure. And on that, Cade, let's end it, my brother. So everyone, if you've enjoyed our content, first of all, go to Cade's page and like and subscribe on his The Joyous Kingdom, and the links are in the YouTube description below. On our page, the NFT show, click the like button, click the subscribe. That way you won't miss any videos. We thank you for joining us, and we look forward to having you next week. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah, fam. Peace, everybody. Ciao. Smash like in this video.